Hello, my name is Patty Kane, and I am the director of the HomeBuildersCare Foundation. As the official charity of MBIA, HomeBuildersCare has a strong 35-year history of providing critical shelter resources that make a difference in the lives of thousands of families and persons at risk throughout Maryland. Everything HomeBuildersCare is able to do is thanks to the generosity of our sponsors and supporters. Today, we are here to recognize one of our building industry members for a lifetime of leadership and commitment to community outreach and charitable efforts. Named after the founder of HomeBuildersCare, the Robert L. Mitchell Founders Award is usually presented at our annual Bull Oyster Roast fundraising event. This year, our event went virtual with a series of videos showcasing MBIA members who are friends with our honoree and also known for giving back to the community. Congratulations to our honoree, Rich Thometz, and thank you, Rich, for your commitment to HomeBuildersCare this year.
Congratulations, Rich. You've been a great friend to the industry, and a great supporter of those who can't help themselves. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on this big achievement, and thank you for all you do for HomeBuildersCare and the industry.
Rich, congratulations. Really proud of you. Happy to be affiliated with you as a business partner. And I'll save the stories for maybe the cocktail hour after the show.
Rich, congratulations on this extremely well-deserved award. They couldn't have picked a more deserving person for this year's Robert Mitchell HomeBuildersCare Founders Award.
Today, it's about Rich Thometz, and I want to congratulate Rich for a well-deserved award of the 2020 Robert L. Mitchell Award.
Thanks to Rich and thanks to the HomeBuildersCare Foundation for making a difference and creating those legacies in this place that we care so much about. Thanks.
Congratulations, Rich Thometz. This is a much-deserved recognition. It's been a real pleasure and actually a blessing to work with Rich over the years. Good luck, Rich.
Thanks very much, and congratulations to Rich for receiving this award.
Congrats to Rich Thometz on his Bob Mitchell Founders Award from the HomeBuildersCare Foundation. I'm so happy for him.
I can think of no one else who is more deserving of this prestigious award.
I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Diane, Rich's beautiful and devoted wife of 29 years, without whom he'd be lost. Congratulations to both of you for a career well done and for having room in your collective hearts for HomeBuildersCare Foundation.
Thank you also to the many sponsors who stepped up to help us during this challenging time. I'd like to give a special thanks to our top-level super prime sponsors: Charles A. Klein & Sons, Howard Bank, the Little Giving Fund, McMillan Metro PC, Mid-Atlantic Builders, and Pleasance Development. Thank you so much, and on with the rest of our show.
I'm John DeZeno with Howard Bank, and I have the privilege of leading the HomeBuildersCare Foundation this year and next. And this evening, we're here to present the Robert L. Mitchell Founders Award. We really didn't know what to expect this year. With everything going on, we were flummoxed, like a lot of charitable organizations, as to how we were going to proceed. And we decided we were going to hold a virtual event like many other charitable organizations. And astoundingly, it was a huge success to the efforts of Rich and the folks with HomeBuildersCare that serve with me. We were able to produce 12 video tributes in honor of Rich. We had over 80 sponsors, and we raised over $90,000 this year that's going to go to home builder care projects and help a lot of folks in the communities where we all earn our keep. The Mitchell Award is presented in recognition of a lifetime of leadership and commitment in the communities we serve throughout Maryland. It was first presented in 2013 by Bob Mitchell himself, who it's named for, and some of our past recipients have been Howard Perlow of Residential Title, Dan Ryan of Dan Ryan Builders, Don and Claudia Pleasance of the Pleasance Company, Dick Pettit, Bob Goodyear, Roger Lebin of Mid-Atlantic Builders, all stalwarts in our industry. And Rich is now here to add to that list, and we are so lucky to have him. Rich has been in the industry for over 30 years. He's president of the Burn Bray Companies, a real estate development and management company, owner and operator of Haley Development, that focuses on residential and mixed-use land development, co-owner of Efficient Homes with Tony Crane, a company that provides energy efficiency services for a variety of clients, and a partner in Sitka Residential, a new residential building company focused on delivering multifamily projects on infill sites. Rich is a current life director of MBIA, a past president of the former MNCBIA, past president of the former Maryland State Builders Association. He's a founding chair of HBAM's Shelter Foundation, and most importantly, he's a former board member of the HomeBuildersCare Foundation. Rich has many charitable activities that all focus on shelter, environmental sustainability, and initiatives to support the local Latino community. He's been involved with several initiatives, spearheading a fundraiser to expand the winter shelter program at the Grassroots Crisis Intervention Center, donating the proceeds of a lot sale to help support cystic fibrosis research, contributing key property to help create a Monocacy River Greenbelt linear park, serving as a builder captain for HBCF projects, ongoing, the list just keeps going on. He's also a member of the Real Estate Charitable Foundation of Maryland and serves on the Council of Advisors at the University of Maryland's Colvin Institute of Real Estate Development. It's been a true pleasure to work through this process with Rich, and we at HomeBuildersCare Foundation are all very grateful for his efforts and contributions. So Rich, I'm gonna not touch it. I'm just gonna point to it, and it's all yours, but thank you so much.
Thank you, John, for those very kind words and your friendship through this process this spring. I'm Rich Thometz. I'm humbled and honored to have been selected for the Bob Mitchell Founders Award to support HomeBuildersCare Foundation. My involvement with this started several decades ago. Bob Mitchell was a guiding light in my getting involved in the building industry and then in the charitable efforts associated with the building industry. The board members who have always been involved in this have always stressed that they can do with their core capabilities much more than most other nonprofits can do for shelter-related initiatives, since we are the building industry, whether it's financial, materials, or volunteering time. We all either have family members or others we know who have family members who need the support of the shelter initiatives that we provide assistance to, whether it's drug and alcohol rehab centers, ADA facilities, modifications for children and adults with developmental disabilities, crisis homeless shelter initiatives, battered women shelters initiatives, and the list just goes on and on and on of what the HomeBuildersCare Foundation is focused on. And it's a very noble board and nonprofit to be involved with. There's quite dignified support given by our board members and by our industry in support of these efforts. And I do believe it reflects our deep moral and ethical belief systems of those in the building industry that are tied to their own communities, that aren't that aren't looking at just jumping their own careers, but are looking at giving back on a lifetime basis of support and paying it forward. My memories of the support of the Home Builders Care Foundation and leadership in the industry start with Bob Mitchell and end with Bob Mitchell. Bob is who inspired me and countless others to get involved in the building industry, as I mentioned previously, and with charitable efforts. And he's inspired his children to follow in his footsteps the same way. Ken Roberts and Tom Munns, back in the 80s at the development group, rescued me from my day moving job with Mayflower Moving with a summer internship for their land development firm. Little did I know that I hit the career lottery with them when they patiently mentored me in real estate development and taught me that our industry, which I think Dave Flanagan once noted, is a noble profession to be involved in. Both Ken and Tom live ethics-based lives. Ken Roberts followed a successful business career in the development industry by supporting charitable concerts for Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, country concerts in Baltimore that raised, I think, over $10 million, which was heavily supported by our industry, and that was his retirement. Peter Burns will forever be my jefe as an ethics-based leader at Winchester Homes during my decade there. He quietly led by example in our nonprofit work after Winchester and the work that he did with the Latino immigrant community with his many hands make light work mantra. That mantra applies as a theme to the Home Builders Care Foundation. I think over 80 donors have given to this fundraiser this year during this pandemic to help make sure that Patty and the board have the resources to carry out their mission. The stalwarts have always been there in support of Home Builders Care and mentored me along the way about how to give back, led by Roger Levin, Don Pleasance, Dave Weiss, Alan and Phil Margolius. Happy birthday, Phil. And then finally, Tony Crane, a shout out to my peer and longtime business partner. He's also an inspiration with how he and his family have always actively sought out and participated in shelter and other nonprofit initiatives. He's a poster child for builders who fundamentally care about others who are down on their luck in our community and act on it tirelessly and with perseverance. And then most importantly, my father, Joe Thometz. Born in the Depression in Boise, Idaho, he picked himself up, didn't complain, and constantly worked. He worked for Joe Albertson at the age of 12 in the original Albertson's grocery store. He paid his way through Cal Berkeley, working as a union employee for Safeway, and later through his career at IBM, he just constantly worked and tirelessly persevered. He would work with inmates at the Idaho Penitentiary to help them get ready to have jobs when they were released. He worked in support of the homeless man at the Boise Rescue Mission. He was always quiet about what he did. This is probably the first time someone's ever said it about what he did publicly, but he was a guiding light for me always in how to live a purpose-led life. When I was informed that I'd be the 2020 recipient of this award, I was humbled and honored, but I increasingly became concerned that this was not necessarily the best year to be part of a fundraising roast when the pandemic started taking effect, and was concerned that we would have a very difficult time raising the funds that our industry needs to support the Home Builders Care Foundation and its many multifaceted projects for nonprofits in our region. My concern was immediately alleviated within weeks when an outpouring of support started pouring in from friends in the industry and personal friends. Contributions included long-term supporters of the Home Builders Care Foundation, but they also came from personal friends of mine, whether part of the Duchess of Montego, Lisa Goheen, and our Howard County gang, or my Maryland alumni friends who knew me from living on a couch and working for Mayflower Moving days, to my own family. Diane, my beautiful, wonderful wife, and all three of my children, Haley, Joey, and Julia, who all carried out Dream Builders and Habitat mission shelter initiatives throughout the United States and worked very hard and tirelessly over the years with those. I'm also encouraged by John Gizzino and how he led this board with calmly leading the foundation through this tumultuous time and making sure that it stayed on its core mission of fundraising to support the Home Builders Care projects. Final thoughts, Patty Kane is a unique treasure. I'm not sure how Home Builders Care Foundation found her, but to have someone with Patty's ethics guiding the goodness and efficient execution of the foundation shelter projects, we as an industry and nonprofit shelter initiatives we support hit the lottery with Patty. We're all on a meandering path in our journey of life, and the more we mesh in what Cardinal John O'Connor referred to as the seamless fabric of life, the more enriched our own lives become. Finally, I ask one more time for your support of Homebuilders Care Foundation, whether in volunteer time, materials, and support. Please go to the Homebuilders Care Foundation website to see upcoming shelter projects and how you can get involved. This is a once-in-a-lifetime need during this pandemic and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pay it forward. Thanks for everyone's support.
Thanks, Rich.